Hello, babes, and welcome to another video. I have my first collab on this channel for you today with the very sexy, smooth-voiced pro solo laner that everyone loves. Please enjoy the video and give Snaddy a follow on his own channel and on Twitch. Love you, babes.
Hey guys, Snaddy here. I'm going to give you some tips against all of the gods in the game currently as Thor. So, who am I? I'm a solo laner. I have reached the peak of 7400 elo, was number 1 in DD for quite a while. I've been playing Smite since Season 2, about 2015 or 16, and I was in the SCC, also known as the minor league for the Smite Pro scene in Season 9 and 10, and I'm currently the Smite 2 Smite Prime champion. Overall, I picked Thor because this is my most played character, and I've really always enjoyed how versatile he is, and hopefully the tips that I show you kind of help demonstrate how versatile the character actually is. General tip, always auto into your 3 when you're playing this character. When you have auto attack cancels in your kit and you're using them, you're massively going to benefit your damage, and you should be going aspect, so that's going to make you slow more, heal more, and just be a lot more viable. Achilles, it's always a game of chicken. Hold your wall for his dash. If he's able to dash your wall, you're in big trouble. Agni, his bombs outrange you. When he looks to flame wall, use your wall then. Aladdin, your 3 gives you knock-up immunity. Hold it for his wall run jump. Amma, throw your hammer when she's looking to detonate her 2. Teleport as it's casting to immune all of the damage. On her, your 3 makes you immune to the impale and the knock-up jump. Pre-use it for either of these cases. Anubis, you don't ever win all-in commits. Use your range with your double tap to chip him down before committing when you have a health advantage. Afro, bait her immunity with your wall or your ultimate before hammering out. Slow trades are always good trades. Paulo, never hammer in unless you know it's already winning. Paulo flips fights well with his mez, and if you TP in and he has his mez up, it's going to be a big problem. Ares, save your 3 for his ultimate. You are displacement immune and he can't pull you. Artemis, baiting Suki with your wall is essential. If you're able to force her ultimate, you can just wait for it to go away before actually committing fully in. Artio, always try to auto-cancel 3 when she's bear dashing away or towards you. You'll always get a ton more damage this way. Athena, your wall comes up before her dash taunt does, so use it. Awilix, your 3 immunes all of the knockups in her kit, she can't pull you. Bacchus, your 3 also immunes all of his knockups, so use it. Baron, you have enough range to bait him to waste abilities, and once he uses his abilities, it's time to play up. Bellona, you lose most outright melee trades, so try to play evasive and poke before you really commit. Cabrakan, you lose all outright melee trades. You want to play even more evasive and poke as much as you can. Cerberus, you do not immune his ult with your 3. Try to wall ahead of where he's throwing you to box yourself in and hit your own wall so you don't get pulled even further away. Kernanos, hold your hammer till he dashes away. It's always an easy double tap. Chalk, save your hammer for his ult. It's always a free escape. Chiron, a quick wall beats a fast cleanse. Focusing him works first. Cupid, try not to full commit. If you're crippled, you'll tend to die. Daji, wall as the powwow is pulling you. You can stall the pull and not get hit at the base of the powwow by it. Danzaburo, hold your wall for his rocket. It's one of the easiest blocks in the game. Discordia, hold your wall for her apple ultimate. It's also a very easy block. Iset, try not to be tempted to wall while she's using her first ability, Wing Gust. If you miss it, your trades are always going to be terrible, and it's a very hard wall to get off. Fenrir, hold your hammer and insta-throw TP when he ults. If you're quick with it, you're always going to be out of range and away from his ultimate. Ganesha, you always outrange him. Just play your walls, play your range, and he'll never be an issue. Geb, his cleanses are annoying, but if you hold your hammer, you can always leave. Full committing is really scary into him, but you have an ultimate stun, you have a wall stun. You can overpower the amount of cleanses he actually has. Guan Yu, literally do anything. This is a hard counter. Hades, make sure you hammer after he uses his silence. You don't want to get caught. Hekate, make sure you're using the wall to deny space. She's a very mobile character who runs around a ton, but if she has nowhere to run to, she'll be extremely easy to kill. Hercules, you can wall before he knocks you up to prevent a scary push-pull combo. Be very quick and pre-wall if you see him looking for a pull on you. Hoi, your Thor wall deflects ricochets. Using this ahead of time or at the beginning of a fight can be very helpful. Mulan, your 3 immunes her ult knockup. Try to wall as her 2 is also starting to cancel it, but you have to 2 after the sound cue starts so you actually cancel the ability as well. Hunbats, hammer and teleport after he teleports to you. Izanami, after she dashes, you can always gap close. Just keep the chase. Giannis, this is the opposite. Don't overchase this god. When he walks close to you, you wall him and you set up. He always needs to come to you, not the other way around to be useful. Jingwei, also, don't overchase her. She needs a clear line of sight to be a threat as a hunter. Restrict and choke points in the jungle, play walls, play corners, and when she walks to you, you can get combos with your team to set up and get easy picks. Jormungandr, save your stun or hammer for the back end of his 2 animation. You can always cancel it or avoid the damage entirely while hitting him for free. Kali, the biggest thing with Kali is space separation. You want to try to get away from her auto attack range, and just like Mercury, you can find yourself as Thor very easily kiting her if you just maintain a distance, especially with your 3 stun and hammer out. Khepri, if you wall fast enough, you can stop him from pulling you or a teammate. Cuckoo, your 3 immunes his ult knockup. When you ult and land, use the 3 right away as the Cuckoo is cleansing to stay active in the fight and not get pushed away. Loki, most of his early to mid damage is in his flurry strikes. Canceling or avoiding this ability with your wall wins you trades easily. Medusa, walling to the side of her boxes her in always. Don't worry always about getting the stun. Restricting the movement is more important, especially if you might miss. Mercury, your autos with your abilities threaded have slightly more range than his auto attacks do. You can kite him pretty easily as long as you play on the edge of your auto attack range. Merlin, it's a bit of a game of chicken. Just be patient and don't overcommit your abilities. He has a ton to use, but his flicker is on a very long cooldown. If you can use your knockup immunity to avoid his void knockups, it's also a very easy fight. Mordred, this is generally a pretty hard lane, but in the very early game, your auto attacks are way better than his, so literally just hit him and cancel his 1 and you should get an early game lead. Morgan Le Fay, whenever she uses her 2, you want to make sure that you either wall or 3 it. This is a knock up and then knock away, so you can either immune the entire ability or you can simply stun her out of it. Naja, stay far enough back or to the side that him sashing becomes an overcommitment. If Naja's sashing you in your jungle, it should be a bad play for him. Neith, when you ult land, hold your hammer for the escape. You probably won't insta-kill her, and when she backflips, you'll have an easy gap close. Nemesis, the shield is everything, so don't fight into it and hold your stun for it. Stun the shield, and then it should be an easy fight. Nuwa, wall as you engage after you teleport hammer. It'll stop her from stunning and trading back as you walk away. Newt, your 3 immunes her ult pull. Hammering in, stunning, and then using your 3 as a disengage tends to be a really good idea. Odin, don't overplay your wall. If you can't stun the 3, you're in big trouble. It's much better to play it slow and get an easy probability hit. Osiris, avoiding his abilities by playing your own range makes this lane much easier. Be careful and try not to stack on top of your minion wave too much. Pele, walling her ultimate to protect your teammates vastly weakens this god. Poseidon, you can immune his tidal wave with your 3. Ideally you stay out of his trident auto range and you just use your walls to set up. Bari, catching her dash with your stun makes her completely miserable. Bari relies on her dash to be a character. If you can catch out the dash, she's completely screwed. Ra, he's a lot faster than you think. Let him panic and burn his 2 before you hard commit. That gets rid of his slow immunity, and then you can set up very easily on him. Rama, don't throw abilities immediately as he's landing from his ult. He often can immune or avoid them entirely. Scylla, you outrange her root easily. Don't get snagged by it and stay on the flanks. Sobek, similar to Herc, a good wall displaces his pluck and protects you or your teammates. Sol, your god functions better as a setup god rather than a full commit god when playing against Sol. Either poke or set up for your teammates to assist in getting a kill. Sun Wukong, You can 3 and immune the Ox, and a lot of Sun Wukongs use this in team fights or in the early clearing of the lane. Susanoo. Your 3 immunes his 2 Wind Siphon as well as his ultimate knockup. Holding it for one of these abilities helps immensely. Sylvanas. Hammer early or late, but do not hammer if he's pulling or looking to pull. You'll always get caught. Thanatos. If he silences your 3, it's annoying, but if he silences your hammer teleport, you might die. Bait the silence for the one you care less about in the moment. The Morrigan. You can easily wall during her transformation or stun cast. Canceling them makes fights very easy into the character. Thor himself. Don't ult first unless you're trying to run away. Tsukiyomi. Your walls ruin the game if he's 2ing. Save it for his 2, you cancel his 2, he should always die. Ullr. Similar to Jingwei and Giannis, you want to let him come to you in jungle fights. If you overchase, it's a really easy way to get caught and have a fight flipped. Vulcan. The turrets will kill you, just play it slow, focus on restricting movement. If he gets caught in a bad spot, walled in, he's gonna die. Xbalanque. Movement restriction times a billion. If he doesn't have a line of sight to hit you, he's completely useless. Play corners and play around walls in the jungle. Yemo. You can 3 while Yemo throws her hoops, walking right through them. Ymir. You can 3 to immune the wall bump. You should also do that. Zeus. Getting your hammer caught is a horror. Just be patient, his range isn't great. And that'll be that. That's all the tips for Thor and to all the current characters in SMITE 2. I hope you enjoy, and I will see all of you super soon.
Thank you for collaborating with me, Snaddy. I very much appreciate it. Please like and follow for more of these videos, babes, so you too can be as tall and sexy as all these pro players. Love you, babes.